Hi, welcome to the latest questions from February 2025. This is part 11. There are a lot of parts there in the members area. So you become a cloud kernel or a cloud ninja member. So for a very small premium, cloud kernel, you can get access to what content? You can gain access to intermediate and entry level certifications. Cloud Ninja will give you advanced level certification content. This channel is totally focused with cloud certifications and giving you cutting edge technology knowledge around generative AI and other technologies. Okay. So if you have not yet subscribed, do so. Do not wait. Onboard your cloud journey. So there are 1,000+ videos on this channel. All are relevant, even if they are 3 years or 4 years old. They are still relevant. Let us look at the question. Dash is a desktop and an application virtualization service that enables use of cloud-hosted versions of Windows from any location. The virtual machine scale sets. This is a scalability solution. What is scalability? You have a website which can cater 100 users. If 1,000 users log in, you need more compute. So uh, it will automatically scale up. For 100 users, if you had one compute or one VM, so for 1,000 users, it will scale up on the fly. 10 VMs it will create. Spot virtual machines. If you are a student or you don't want to spend a lot of money on creating VMs, use this. You can bid for lower price and you can get some VM allocated. But again, it is not a desktop and application virtualization service. Virtual desktop is doing that. The virtual desktop, you read this portion. I have documented this very clearly what it does. It is a desktop and virtualization service. Availability set. This ensures virtual machines you deploy on Azure are distributed across multiple data centers. Why? Because if one data center fails, your application and data is still there in other data center. You don't lose the data. But this is not a service for virtualization. So I hope you got the answer here. So this next question, you have so many VMs in a data center. You plan to migrate all of them to Azure, pay as you go. Now you need to identify the expenditure model. See, you yourself are saying, I want pay as you go. So pay as you go, is it an OPEX expenditure or CAPEX expenditure? It is OPEX. CAPEX means you are creating your data center, you buy the hardware upfront, you buy all network cables, data cards, network cards, everything upfront. That is CAPEX. Like you buy a car, and OPEX is you are using Uber. Whenever you want to use, you are calling Uber. So pay as you go means OPEX. You are not paying. Are you when you order Uber? Are you paying them uh $20,000 for the car? Are you paying them the car price, $20,000 or $30,000? No, you're only paying them for that ride, and that is called OPEX. If you paid them 20 or $30,000, that is the price of the car, that would have been capex, capital expenditure. Opex means operational expenditure. And we are talking about expenditure model. Elastic is not a expenditure model. Scalable is also not a expenditure model. This is what we are addressing. Whatever I explained, no, it is documented here. Okay, this is the answer. See, you have to match, like, these are all the answers. You have to put them here in the correct order. So a cloud service that remains available after failure. See, uh, sometimes, no, in your team there is one person who is very dedicated. Even that person falls sick, he's still available. That means he's fault tolerant. Even if he falls sick, he takes Tylenol and goes to work. So he is fault tolerant. Okay, a cloud service that can be recovered after a failure occurs. Your girlfriend, for 2 years you were roaming, she left you, she dumped. So after 6 months, you get married to another girl. That means you have a disaster recovery plan. You are capable of disaster recovery. You are not roaming for years and years thinking that she will come back. You're not doing that. Okay. Is doing that good thing? It is definitely not a good thing. Moving away is a good thing. So you move and shape your life. So your systems, your IT systems also should be that way. Just because some crash happened, you should have a disaster environment. Like Bank of America. In the morning, you logged in and you are trying to check your account. You're still able to check, even though you saw in the news, hey, there is a big crash in Bank of America. You logged in and you are telling, hey, I can access my account. How is that possible? Because crash happened in the primary side. You are getting routed to the disaster recovery side. So you don't come to feel that there is a problem, but inside there is a problem. Okay. A cloud service that performs quickly when demand increases. So that is called dynamic scalability. Like when you get more work, you start working faster because your team lead told today instead of 3 tasks, you have to do 5 tasks. So you are trying to work fast, especially in India. You try to work fast because you don't want to stay in the office for 14 hours. Okay. In India, it happens, right? And especially companies like Infosys and so on, you only get paid for 8 or 9 hours. You may work for 14 hours, but you only get paid for 8 or 9 hours. And then their owners, CEOs, and owners of that company, they will talk big talks that integrity is very important and high integrity is very important. They kicked out 700 people, freshers. Okay, day before yesterday, I saw the news. So these are all uh, low integrity people. They will tell you to work 70 hours, but their own kids They are married to prime minister. Are they working 70 hours? No. They 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 are just like the other rich people. They will give all gyan to others, not to their kids. So the cloud service that can be accessed quickly from the internet. See, low latency. To type www.amazon.com. So what happens? You want the website to display as fast as possible. That is low latency. So which is low latency. So this is the final answer. Okay, now next one. To implement hybrid cloud model. What is hybrid cloud? You have on premises and you have Azure cloud also. That is hybrid cloud. Like you see some people, right? They have multiple wives. They live together in an apartment, in a house. That is hybrid model. They coexist. Okay, yeah, they coexist. Like that hybrid model, the company must have internal network. See, you should have internal network. Otherwise, how your employees will connect to cloud? See, one external network from your office to Azure data center. That will be there. Or you can use internet and use VPN. These are two ways to connect. But then inside your organization, you should have a internal network. Okay, because you are a company and each and every employee needs access. Suppose you are at home, then it is just your laptop and you will directly connect. Then you don't. You do you need internal network? Yes, you will not internal network, but you will have to purchase internet. You need uh, Broadcom or some sort of connection at home, Wi-Fi and those things. So company can extend computing resources of its internal network using hybrid cloud. Can you do that? Yes, because you can extend resources like on premises. You have suppose 100 servers in your data center, but the load that they are picking that is for 120 servers. So you can put 100 servers what you have, and you can take 20 servers in Azure. That way you can extend it. Can you do that? Yes, that is doable. That is why you should do that. And why only compute, even storage? It is, like suppose you're a guy and you married a girl and she works for Infosys and she gets a salary of say 1 lakh per month and you get a salary of 1.5 lakh per month. Okay. Why I am not telling that you are getting 50,000 or equal to the girl, because no girl will marry such person where the salary is equal. So that is the reality. Okay, right now. Nothing to get offended. So now you marry another one more girl. Okay, it is illegal here. Suppose you go to a place where it is legal, and that girl is also earning, and she earns 2 lakh rupees per month more than you. So uh, now she's also bringing something on the table. That means she's extending her compute resources to she's extending her resources, not compute, but she's extending her resources so that the family can function. Bad example, man, but I hope you understood. In a public model, only guest users at your company can access the resources. See, public model anybody can access. Why only guest users? And how do you know that these are guest users? And anyone can access. So this would be no. I'll give you a documentation on the explanation. This is the explanation. Okay. So like this one, no, you see this. Access is managed through authentication and authorization mechanism. Internal users have broader access, but cloud provider does not distinguish between guest and internal at a fundamental level. Okay, they don't distinguish. So great, we have this answer. So you will get such questions because multiple choice. Like see, uh, on the face, this is just one question, but actually you have answered three questions here. So that's why take your time to answer. Do not rush. So again, we have similar question. A platform as a service provides full control of operating system. No, see, full control of operating system, IaaS, infrastructure as a service will provide. See, you don't know what operating system you have. You don't know that. Like you use a database in Azure. You don't you don't know unless you have installed that database on a VM, Azure VM, then you will know. But then that is a infrastructure as a service. So this is no. The PaaS solution provides additional memory to apps by changing pricing tiers. Yeah, PaaS solutions you see Synapse, Azure SQL Server, etc. They have pricing tiers. You pay more, go to a higher pricing tier, you get more services, more memory. Suppose like it's similar to gym memberships. You buy gold membership, you get dedicated uh, support from the staff. You get more resources at your disposal. You will get access to the locker room and so on. So this is yes. And then PaaS solution can automatically scale number of instances. Yes. The PaaS solution, the beauty is, see, when you go to any cloud provider, they are telling you, boss, why you want to take all that headache of managing operating system, patching it, and blah blah blah. I'll give you everything. No, you take PaaS. Whatever internally is happening, I will take care. You don't worry. So they will scale the number of instances. More users, like you have a website, good for 100 users. Suddenly something went viral, your website is a hit. Now 10,000 users have logged in. So it will scale up. You don't have to worry or put an administrator in place and say, hey, administrator, can you add more VMs? Can you scale up? Can you act fast, etc.? No. It will automatically do. Admins can keep sleeping at night and this will be taken care automatically. So this is the documentation. I hope you understood the logic behind this. Now this one I am leaving as a homework for you. This one. Okay. So what you do is this is the documentation. Read this, go through this. I don't like long answers or long questions. That's why I'm not explaining this. But this is small. I'll explain this. Azure pay as you go pricing. This is an example of capex. You tell me, if you just want to use a car 1 hour a day, will you buy a car? No, you will do go pay as you go. You will take Uber, Lyft, and so on. This is no, because this is an example of OPEX, operational expenditure. Now, paying electricity for your data center is OPEX, electricity bill. It is an OPEX. Yes, because electricity bill, it is pay as you go. Whatever you use, you have to pay. Deploying your data center is an example of CapEx. Yes, to deploy, suppose you see in the news, Google and see Ambani's are creating their largest data centers. So what are they doing? When they are creating, they are buying land, they are buying hardware, they are putting security guards in place, they are putting cooling systems in place, they are buying that. Everything they have to buy upfront. So this is capex, capital expenditure. Everything they are paying upfront. Now you might say, hey, they are taking loan from the bank, no, so they will pay EMI. So EMI is OPEX, no. Just because you bought a car on loan, that becomes OPEX, no. That is a capex only, because the entire duration you have to pay that loan. So this brings us to the end of this part. So become a cloud kernel member, and lot of content is posted there. You will need access. Small membership you have to pay per month, and you will get this access. So we are all about AWS, Azure, and GCP, Google Cloud certifications. 1,000+ videos are there on this channel. Okay, you keep studying, practicing as much you can. Uh, I have lot of people who plug this while they are on metro trains or tubes, and they keep listening to this, so that it helps you with utilizing your time better. Your travel time can be utilized to study. The second thing you can do is on YouTube, you can change the speed of this video. Either you can do, you are on 1x, you can do 1.5x, you can do 0.5x, depending upon you want to go fast or slow, or be at the same pace. If my accent is not clear, like some people from other countries, they find, like African people, they multiple times they wrote, they cannot understand my accent. So you can try to do 0.5x or 0.75x and see if you can make sense. Uh, Meantime, I am trying to polish my accent, but I am an Indian guy, so I will talk like an Indian person. I am a 50-year-old guy. I cannot change now. I'm sorry for that. And it's more about I don't want to change. I want to stay as an Indian. I don't want to change my accent also. Okay. So I am very stubborn also. I will not change my accent also. So these are all latest questions from Feb 2025. This is part 11. We will post more parts. Stay tuned. There are 1,000+ videos on this channel. Keep learning. Okay, this is all kept as an log for you. Please go through those videos. Choose whichever certification you want. Start preparing the questions. Even if you have very small or little knowledge, these questions will explain you how to think. See, in certifications, you have to think a certain way, and that is what these videos are teaching. How to understand the concept, how to weed out the wrong options to arrive at the right answer. See you in the next part.